Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Neiman Gracie versus Goiti Yamauchi. And since when they start making main events 5 rounds in Bellator, that's very interesting right there. Very interesting. But how I feel about this one right here is this was another one I was on the fence with. I was really leaning Goiti Yamauchi, and I thought it was like really doing something. I was like, Neiman Gracie, lazy, kind of riding off his family name right now. He had his moments, but I feel like he plateaued a good while ago. I feel like really around the Ad Roof fight, that's where he plateaued. Though he feel like he peaked there and plateaued there. He hasn't really gotten better since. Like he's been doing the same thing, rinse, repeat, win or lose. But then I kind of look at Goiti Yamauchi. I could see like even when knowing all these things, I could see like ways still lean to Goiti Yamauchi because it's not like Neiman Gracie's an explosive D1 wrestler like Bubba Jenkins or Michael Chandler. Like he might have been able to take down Air Roof and all that stuff. We're going with a guy from a lower weight class who's very, lighter, used to faster fighter, used to more technical fighters, used to more explosive fighters. Could he get up underneath him, get him to the mat? That's what my concern was. Like, yeah, Yamauchi might be able to stop him because he'll see those slower takedowns and be able to react to them and respond to them. Then on the feet, he's just the more complete fighter. In general, he's the more complete fighter. That was like my angle for Goiti Yamauchi. But then when I look at the record, like it's not no knock on him or anything, but I see a lot of his losses are based off control. And that's what Neiman Gracie's good at control. When you look at Neiman Gracie's losses, even like 2 of the 3 losses, he was able to get control. He was able to get control of Roy McDonald at a lot of times in that fight and make that very close. What's his name? Justin Jackson or Jason Jackson? I forget his name. It's probably Jason Jackson. I feel like that was a fight that really should have went his way, but Jason Jackson got a big gift. Controlled him large. A lot of that fight was close to a couple submissions, but Jason Jackson on his side, did do a good job of surviving. He would I think one eye at times. He got poked an eye or something, or punched an eye, and did a good job of surviving in positions. Had his back taken, was flattened out. So many bad positions, but stayed calm and I guess on his end, he seemingly never felt like he was in danger. I guess he's around a whole lot of solid black belts at all time at his gym and the gyms he trained, Black Zillion, etc. So, I mean, he trained Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson should take a lesson from him or something because for a reason they're not taking the same lesson because Michael Johnson go to the mat, turn into a scrub. But Jason Jackson with calm and composed in his position, one eye still going to literally a Gracie on his back, and was okay. And seemingly never looked in very big danger, but was never in big danger at the same time. So what I'm trying to say is Gracie's been in these fights, and pretty much every single fight he has been able to control his opponents, even in losses. With his last opponent, this went with a little stocky wrestler that he can really get a hold of, and it just turned to a striking matchup between two grapplers, and the more active grappler, the more active, higher paced grappler was able to just outwork him and outland him. That's essentially what came down. So I feel like this one, like Neiman Gracie gonna use his size, be able to attach onto Goiti Yamauchi and look to hold on to him and just really extend him. Still probably be a competitive fight, but I feel like Gracie's gonna at least be able to get 3 rounds, if not make that whole fight him controlling Goiti Yamauchi. I mean, it's probably 5 rounds with a Gracie. Probably just sound like he gonna be able to get him out of it eventually, but Goiti Yamauchi no slouch, pretty talented guy, still very young and a phenom in his own right. So I don't feel like Gracie's gonna just control him for a good part of this fight. I feel like Yamauchi will have his moments on the feet in some of these rounds, especially rounds when Gracie might be taking them off. But I feel like ultimately Neiman Gracie will be able to get back to the grappling and use that size and his way on the smaller fighter, tire out those arms, tire out those limbs, make him carry him a lot of these rounds. And so when he does get these opportunities, he's not going to be having as much sting. And then Gracie's going to be, like I said, be better able to take those rests off and then look to set him up and drag him back to the mat and latch onto him, whether it be against the cage, just clinch it, like cage clinching, or trying to back take or backpack him and just eat off these rounds. So I'm not expecting the most exciting fight, but I'm expecting Gracie to get back in the winning column. So average confidence, Neiman Gracie. So in this fight, I got Neiman Gracie via decision.